All right, you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, all right. John, this is up and down through the wrong police department. Do you, I'm calling you about gas station.
Here, one moment. It's pretty loud in here, so I'm going outside. That's funny, because I was just calling you guys about child abuse not 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's all right. You got some more to be tested.
Oh, I already know what you're up to. You're going to come arrest me and prevent me from making a report.
No, however, if I can deliver this citation to you, then I'm not going to arrest you. However, if you want to play games, then as soon as county gets out there with you, I'll have them arrest you. I'm going to
Nobody's playing games here, sir. Nobody's playing games. There's no reason to be hostile.
You're playing a little funny game.
Sir, you're being hostile with me, and that is not acceptable.
This and that. No, bullshit. I'm going to give you a citation. I want to know where you're at so I can deliver that and trespass order to you. And if you don't tell me, then you're going to jail. And if I don't find you,
Sir, I don't have a problem telling you where I'm at, but you need to stop being hostile.
where are you at?
I am at McDonald's, across the street from Walmart. Now stop being hostile and come take my report.
What are you driving?
I am driving a blue Jeep.
Blue Jeep. Perfect. In McDonald's parking lot?
Do what?
McDonald's parking lot.
Yes, sir. Now are you coming to take my report?
Yep.
Very good. He wanted to ask me about what happened this morning. Well, I already admitted that on YouTube, didn't I? I will take his citation, and in addition to the citation, I let him know where I was at, but he didn't need to get hostile. Now, when he gets here, I'm going to make sure this thing is still running. That might be him right there. Matter of fact, he was here. No, that guy might be getting something to eat. Now, here's the police department right here. We'll set it up so you can see them.
All right.
My name is Sean.
So let's get something straight. Okay? I'm going to do a lot of talking, and I'm going to need you to do some listening. And if you yell at me, things are not going to go well. Do you understand this? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Okay. Perfect. Put your hands on the hood. I'm going to pat you down, make sure you don't have any weapons on you. Okay? You have any weapons on you? No. Perfect. You will not. We can't arrest you right now. You're aware of that, right? So if you would like to go to jail, we can go to jail. We can do your truck and everything else. We are just coming for a citation. That's what I told you, isn't it? Yep. So are we going to get mouthy? Are we going to start doing this whole, I thought you were just here for this. I'm patting you down to make sure you don't have any weapons. You understand that? I'm not in the mood for this bullshit. So let me pat you down, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm here. I'm going to explain to you about the child abuse and neglect call, okay? I'm going to explain all that to you, and then I'm going to give you a ticket, and I'm going to let you leave. Unless you mouth off or you get stupid, okay? Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. No problem. So there's two different cases, okay? And here's why. The case out at her house is on Cherokee Road, okay? Cherokee Road? Yes. That is not within the city limits. You understand that? Okay, so I have to talk to you about that. You have to talk to county. County already has the call. County has deputies that are currently busy, and that's why they have not gotten with you as of yet. Yep. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Okay. The thing I'm here about is what occurred earlier at the gas station. Okay? Yes, sir. From what I understand, tell me if I'm wrong, you threw a cup of coffee, right? Yes, sir. Okay? And you did not pay for that cup of coffee, right? I did pay for that cup of coffee. Okay. She's stating that you didn't. That's number one. $7. Okay. That's going to be against you and her. But here's all I got. You spilled the cup of coffee. The coffee went on a little scanner that they have. Scanner's damaged. Okay? So two things came out of that. Number one, you are going to receive a trespass order. You're not going to be allowed back there. And fantastic. That makes things easy, okay? Number two, what's going to happen is you're going to get a citation for what's called malicious mischief. And basically, that means that you went in, cause damage to somebody else's property through one of your actions, because they're alleging the damage was caused by you. Does all that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So does all of this kind of come together now? That's why I needed to talk to you. Okay? And no, I'm not just here to take you to jail. I'm trying not to do that. Okay? Does all this make sense now?
It does.
Okay,
However,
fantastic.
as far as
Do you have an ID on you?
I do.
Okay, can I have that real fast?
You guys have cards I can get from you?
Yes.
Now, I am an at-risk adult.
Okay.
I need a caseworker.
Okay. For what?
Need a what?
For the abuse that I've endured because I can't physically or mentally defend myself or financially. Due to threats, harassment, and assaults.
By whom?
Well, that's a lot of people actually. It's a big, long story encompassing 4 different states.
Okay.
For the most part, my best friend was killed 2 years ago, and police thought I did it. My name was slandered by her and her family. Her family has a history of a lot of abuse, so I documented that abuse. I didn't just document that abuse, I also documented Officer Michael West, who's the one that handed me the protection order over that. He refused to take the report from me as well. Hold on a moment, I believe my ID is...
You want to stand closer to your computer so I can hear you while you're talking?
It should be able to hear us.
Okay, good.
There it is.
Thank you. All right. We'll run this.
Yep, sorry it took so long.
For 5 cases this morning.
Thank you, Coleman Phillips.
Confirming 6212. This is a business card with my name. This is a business card with the case number that's associated with this officer's case that you're involved in this morning in the city of Rawlins at Tiger Mark. Understood?
Tiger Mark?
Tiger Mark.
Ah.
Gas station up there
I
that
thought
you
it
went
was
to
the
when you had problems there this morning, correct? You remember
the
that?
Exxon up there, yes, sir.
Where you threw the coffee and then you did stuff with trash cans and threw stuff around.
Yes, sir.
Remember
and
that?
I absolutely did those things.
Okay,
I'm not
good.
going to deny it.
So after we're done with this situation, you can talk about whatever else you need to bring up to us, okay? But we're going to address one issue at a time.
Yes, sir.
So here's this. Nickon, that's me.
Oh, there isn't an issue. I'm pretty honest.
Okay. So just give him a minute to do what he's got to do in his computer, okay?
Yes, sir. Also, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm autistic and I'm very on edge. That's not your fault. You're not responsible for the actions of others, and I'm not going to hold you responsible for the actions of others.
You don't work anywhere or what?
No, sir, I'm not capable of working
You
any
got
longer.
a disability?
I do. But my disability money was taken away in the state of Colorado for speaking out against rotten officers.
What's that?
I had my money taken away for speaking out against rotten officers, in specific a Whalen Lolatai and an Officer Burke,
What
as well
happened?
as Officer West.
How'd they take your money?
I spoke out against those officers for assaulting me.
Okay. So how did they take your money?
Well, the blue line of BS. I literally had to break the law to try to defend myself against many, many predators who came after me over the slander of it. I threatened to kill the President of the United States.
You did?
I
You
did.
legitimately
I
threatened to kill them?
legitimately did that. Yes, sir.
So you're saying that you had to spend your money on fees and fines and stuff?
No, sir.
Or
No,
what?
sir.
Or are you saying that somebody actually
I'm
literally
saying that they literally took all
took
of
your
my
money? How did they do that?
Well, I ended up going to jail for threatening the president and also for arson. I'm also proud of the arson.
You are proud of it?
I certainly am, sir.
Okay. Would you?
There was no other way to get the police in the state of Colorado to do their jobs after the things that they did to me. and the things they did to my friends and family.
So how did they take your money? We keep getting off topic.
Well, they locked me up, and they locked me up for longer than 30 days. Now, my public defenders in multiple cases across the state of Colorado, because when I tried to turn in Molokai, they kept on transferring me to other counties. Officer Lolatai, actually, I should write this down for you. You got a pen?
I got a pen, but just tell me.
Officer Lolatai, he got kicked out of the Denver Police Department for assaulting people. So they hired him in Boulder, where he assaults homeless people. He assaulted me there over the death of Natalie Bollinger while I was trying to make a report to him. And this is after 5 days of the Border Police harassing me over the death of Natalie Bollinger when I'm trying to help out the detectives in her case. Now, since then, I've tried to take those detectives as well as 2 of the judges to court because they're pretty screwed up down there. And
It sounds like you're going about it the right way. I mean, you got a problem with them, you're dealing with it through court, right?
no, sir, I wasn't allowed to deal with this through court. I don't have the money for a real lawyer, and because of my disabilities, they won't allow me to defend myself, show evidence, or defend myself on the stand.
Well, doing all right.
They use the term mentally ill very loosely. It's disabled, not ill.
Okay.
An illness, the flu is an illness.
Right.
I don't have an illness. What I have is damage. And a lot of damage growing up and a lot of damage since. Now, Officer William Lolatai, he's assaulted 6 people. He's actually got people on Facebook posting up many of his assaults, 6 assaults against homeless people since he assaulted me.
So you're living on the streets down there, or what?
No, sir, I'm living in this thing here.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I came down here because Rayanne asked me to because she needed help with the children. At first, it was just going to be me and her. But Amy, she can't stay off of the methamphetamines. So,
Who's Amy?
Amy is the mother of the 2 children there that are being abused.
Okay. Where's she at?
She is in Colorado currently. She has warrants in Colorado for meth use and also in Nebraska for child abuse. They're probably not going to like me here at this McDonald's after you guys leave here.
Yeah, that's none of their business.
But if it scares the customers, they can kick me out.
Yeah. We haven't said anything to any of them.
But long story short, I've literally been spending the last 4 months typing up my story. The death of Natalie Bollinger. Well, that's the only way to do it. I've been trying to make police reports, and police won't take a report about what the Bollingers did, or what the internet harassers did, or what the media did. I mean, literally, they slandered the shit out of my name, and it resulted in over 30 assaults just in 2018. And I'd been assaulted repeatedly in 2017 before Natalie was killed.
Is that Boulder still, or what?
No, sir, she was killed at McIntosh Dairy outside of Thornton, Colorado. The arson took place at 3395 South Zunai in Sheridan, Colorado.
You served time over that, huh?
I certainly did.
What happened there?
I lit the fire and I admitted to it. The problem is that I lit that fire to try to force an outside agency. My plan was to go kill myself. Well, my phone died and I couldn't find McIntosh Dairy, which is where Natalie was killed.
Okay.
And so I decided instead of killing myself that I was going to try to force the police to do their jobs, because every time that I'd gone in and talked to them before, they'd blown me off.
Okay.
I literally needed someone to go in with me, especially since I was charged with assaulting a police officer when Officer Lolatai assaulted me. So, anyway, I was going to kill myself at McIntosh Dairy. My phone died, so I couldn't use MapQuest to go find the place. And I just started cruising. I'm like, where am I going to go to kill myself? How am I going to find McIntosh Dairy? And I ran into Federal. And I knew that Ken and Leah lived down on the end of Federal. They had stolen all my money and used Natalie's death as an excuse for all the rotten things that they had done to me. And because of Natalie's death, no officer in the state of Colorado was willing to take a report from me. I needed somebody to go in with me so they wouldn't do the entrapment BS, where they turn off their cameras when they pull illegal BS. So, sorry, you got a call.
No, somebody just talking in my ear, and it just, I don't know if I'm close to the building, but it's just scratchy. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so I was driving down Federal and I got the idea right when I got to Federal, actually. I was like, oh my God, Ken and Leah live at the end of Federal. I literally need to do something to force an outside agency to take a look, and I have to get them to look at the fact that this is across multiple jurisdictions. Every time I tried to turn in an officer, I was assaulted by officers and transferred out of jurisdiction. They literally prevented me from going to any of my court dates that I really needed to, because the Bollingers are the ones that I needed to take to court. But the police didn't want me being able to show the evidence of what they were doing. So they did everything in their power to cover the other officers, namely Officer Burke and Officer Lowenthal.
What do you think they were doing to cover it up?
They stole evidence. They also omitted evidence. They destroyed footage and destroyed evidence that I had. And when they turned it in to property and evidence, they didn't turn it in as evidence. They just claimed it as property. So as far as my court dates went, they were able to use that in my court dates, but I wasn't able to use it. My public pretenders wouldn't do their jobs.
Defender?
Pretenders. They are not defenders. If they don't do their jobs, they're pretending. They're taking taxpayer dollars. So, anyway, I went, you know what? If I light a fire here, and then I go to Nebraska and I light a fire there, then that's across multiple jurisdictions. The FBI has to get involved. Well, on my way to Nebraska to light the second fire, I realized I didn't really want to go to Nebraska. I needed to be in Colorado for it to work. So I figured threatening the President of the United States was the best way to do it. So I did.
Just a minute.
Yes, sir. Well, they're having fun, I guess. Taking them a while to run my name, but it looks like they got my citation ready. See, he's got it in his hand. Now I got to go through. I found out that as far as the Facebook thing goes and all of the stuff that I had on my other computer, it actually went to my pictures on this computer. So the conversations with Bobby Forrest, I actually have on here. They're just not labeled. So I have to go through them all and find those and friggin' flies and label those. But that's also a good thing because it lets me know that things that Jamie had to say, that's also recorded and saved. It'll probably take me, I don't know, there's a lot of videos I made, so it'll probably take me a good 2 to 3 days to be able to find it all. But I mean, there's literally thousands of screenshots too, and it's easy for me to tell which ones are screenshots and which ones are videos. So it's not like I have to go through all the screenshots too. It's just a matter of scrolling. And now that I have my mouse working and found that thing, I'm actually able to use that to do the scrolling I needed to. Well, time to sign a piece of paper.
Well, that's all right, Mr. Schwartz. So you're going to go to jail. Here's the reason why. You have 3 previous failure to appear, one of them which is on the exact same charge I'm giving you. So therefore, I cannot trust you to appear in court. If I could, I would cite you and release you. So I need you to place your hand on the hood, please. Place your hands on the hood, please. Now.
There is.
What evidence would that be?
That would be literally everything in it, but also that computer there, that back, and every piece of paperwork
saying that needs to go to impound.
It does not.
Go grab my camera.
Yeah, and I'm fully aware that that's what he's doing.
Well, that's exactly
Stay in
what you're
front of
doing.
the car.
That's literally what you're doing. I called it now, didn't I?
Like, you want
Now
me to
that I
explain
got
what
cuffs
did?
on, I'm going to get pretty mouthy.
You want to explain? Well, that's typically what everybody does. So
I'm aware.
it would not shock you. The reason you're being arrested is because you never go to court. That's why
I
you're
do
being
go to
arrested.
court. That's the thing. If you were making assumptions, I
No.
was prevented from going
Well,
to court.
here's the thing.
I
I'm
was
not
prevented
making
from going to
because you
No.
did not show up.
I
and
did
it's
not show
documented.
up because I was arrested falsely
Okay.
and prevented from going to court, prevent me from speaking out against officers.
Oh, okay. Well, I assure you that's not the case.
All right, TV, I'm just going to turn it off. I'm not trying to harm anybody.
I'll take care of that.
Sir, there is no reason to get physically violent.
You're right, but you can no longer move and do about what you want to do.
That's my
So
ball.
I want you to stand right here and not move. Okay? Just like we told you before.
Sir, you are preventing me from filing a police report.
No. Actually, there's going to be a report on this entire endeavor here. You'll never arrest people and do not have police reports, as you can imagine, right?
No, sir, I'm trying to make a police
Lift your foot. Lift your other foot.
report. That hurts.
Lift your waistband, right?
And I always show up to court. I was prevented from going.
Well, due to the fact that you have 3 other FTAs, that leads
All
me to
three
believe
of
that's
those
not correct.
FTAs were failures. See, that's the thing. It is correct. I was in jail. I was prevented from going.
Okay.
All right? When
Well,
officers do shit like this to
either
illegally
way-
prevent someone from making a report, you are allowing children to be abused by doing what
Your
you're doing now.
report's been made to the county, and now you're going to be at the county, so you can give them more details once we get there. You're going to the county jail.
So you guys will take reports from people in custody.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't
The
they?
state of Colorado refused outright repeatedly.
Okay, well, I don't know what's in the car about that. We'll run this way, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.